We're going to have a half day tomorrow because of a day of mourning for President Carter, who, despite what you think of his presidency, um, you know, imbued a lot of the values and character that we used to hold up as being, you know, selflessness and so forth and caring about people. So that's what's going to be happening tomorrow in front of a huge number. You know, this NFP number is going to be huge, especially as, you know, the 10-year yield is pushing over 470 and the yen is grinding to make new recovery highs. And Canada is actually one of the weak elements of it. All we're doing is retracing here. But for the most part, a lot of currencies, which I said the pound had not bottomed yet, and you know this euro pound call from the bottom or in here has been great. It still looks good. So your preferred long is the euro. So the pound did make new lows. You know, the RSI is not that impressive compared to the euro. Did not make a new low. In fact, so far it's held the wedge that we got back inside of yesterday, last week, and at that capitulation move in the Dixie. So here's what I think can happen. We have an inside day. Not sure what's going to happen, but I'd be looking for maybe we could push up towards a little bit towards 110. I do expect the euro to make a new low, and this is what I think can develop from this. Here's the daily. Okay. So what the daily did diverge. That perhaps what we're going to be looking at is a third drive down here. Perhaps we even trade under 102. So markets don't turn on a dime. This may, but you need some accumulation to take place. I said I was looking for a new low in Aussie. That didn't quite happen. We just missed it. But look at the divergence here. I'm very impressed with the divergence that we have developing here in Aussie. And the metals are acting good. They're acting okay. Nothing wrong yet. Nothing wrong yet. So you would think that there's going to be something popping up in the Aussie. So we have daily divergence. Well, we missed the low by a few pips, but we will have daily divergence and we're going to have 4-hour divergence. Look at that. This RSI pattern here is pretty constructive. You know, we're still over 40. So maybe we break another 100 points towards the 61 level. We haven't taken out the low yet, that's 61.80. So perhaps we're going to go 61, you know, down here, 60.50. But this is going to be a capitulation move. What I'd like to see is a strong number on the NFP to start fading the yen again, right? Look for shorts in Canada. Okay. Look for longs in Aussie and trade the divergence, the RSI. This is where it looks more like a three. Is here's one, right? And we move sideways, went up to last week's high before this real good pullback, which we needed so that we could have divergence here. So if we rally another 80 points or so, we may not even take out 70. So let's look at the big round number up around 110, give or take 0.5% or so, to also put on a piece in the dollar. And when we look at S&Ps, I still think that they have some problems here, even though they're trying to hold. This is still the big picture. I think we're going to take out 58.40. There we are. You know, I could call it a descending triangle, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt of more of a triangle, symmetrical one. So I am looking for this to be taken out. And then the next major level a lot of people are talking about is around that 56.5 level. which you have, it's these lows right here against this high. Let me draw it in, because that's going to be a real nice line in the sand that's going to make it change things from looking like a correction to something being a little bit more major. So let's just draw it here. Okay. Well, that wasn't the right line. Oh, here we go. Okay. So just draw it here. There you go. So right around that 5,700 is going to be pretty important. That's prior high. Look at all this action when you look left. It's a little bit above the 52. If we take out 57, then you're talking 53, and then that's making the megaphone top formation looking more likely down here at 4,900. So no one's that bearish right now. People are still pretty complacent. We had a real negative day across the board. This was one of the best pump and dumps I've ever seen in my career. It was NVIDIA, which is up a little bit today, but check that out. So CEO goes into a conference, says great things. Wonder how many shares he sold up here. Anyway, a lot of these other stocks are looking pretty lousy. Apple even got a downgrade. We're about to check this breakout here in Apple that comes in around this 236. I'm going to wait for Apple to see if we could get one kind of reflex rally wherever the low comes in. I'd like to be a seller at 250 if we have a chance before the market does break down under 58.20. And that's going to be a wrap. Keep a lot of your powder dry here, traders, for the NFP. And if it doesn't flip or turn reverse on the NFP, perhaps by Tuesday we get the turn. So I think we're close. A lot of people are saying, Dale, we could go to 118. What would happen then? And I say, well, then I'll be wrong. But I'd say the euro has to close back under 101, and the Dixie would have to close like 111 and a half. So when you look at the Dixie on the daily, this time, okay, it really wasn't a clean divergence, but at new highs up here. Look at the RSI now. So even if we rallied 100 points from here, we're going to have divergence here on the daily. So keep some powder dry. Maybe there'll be an opportunity to put some stuff on after the NFP, especially if we have both the 4-hour and daily diverging. So that's a wrap for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to be around tomorrow with the markets being closed most of the day. And I will be here Friday to update what I talked about today post NFP. Remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios. See you in the